folks, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Tropico 5. For the last couple of episodes we've been gradually building up towards declaring independence, hopefully getting a bit of a working economy going at the same time. But our goal is to hold off for as long as possible before pulling the trigger on telling the king where to go, until such a time as... Oh, hello, what's going on here? Oh,
it goes well with everything, and there is no limit to this stuff.
Right, magic. Yeah, so that was the last piece of research that I had. Golly. Is there anything else I can do? Not until the world wars. I don't think it's going to let me research anything else until I declare independence. So be it, frankly. Yeah, so we've been working up towards declaring independence, by which we're, increasing our support. We're currently at 44%. But we're doing it at the same time as trying to build a fully viable economy up. Meanwhile, we have a quest.
The Tropican soldier is brave. The Tropican soldier is proud. The Tropican soldier is ready to die for our homeland. The Tropican soldier's shooting skills leave much to be desired.
Righto, okay, well, I guess it's Edicts time then. Equally, I have just finished my...
Now,
now,
I'm
what?
getting ahead of myself.
What? Just
Governor,
calm it down.
the island is ripe for revolution.
I'm not there yet. Give it time. My newspaper is up and rolling. This is a good thing. I might invite a foreign worker into that one because I want to get it going. The reason being that this will increase the sense of liberty that my island folk have, and that will again increase hopefully the fervour with which people seek to declare independence. Have we got people living in this mansion? We don't. Okay, I've got more mansions than I have people who need mansions. So I might just have a quick look at the housing situation before I crack on. Let's have a look. Homeless. Anyone at all? Buildings? No. Come on, how many people are homeless? Family 6. All right, I need to get that addressed. That's fine. That could be a lot worse. Where are we? Housing. Go. I can slip one in here. Those folks living in the mansions, I hope they're perfectly happy having country house dwellers living next door. Okay, good. Right, to the edicts box. Let's rock and roll here. Okay, so edicts, for those of you who have not encountered them previously, allow an awful lot of things to be done. 10 grand for a census. It's tempting, but maybe not. Military drills. I need at least 3 military buildings for that. Okay, well, that's what we're doing next then. Permanently, 350 quid. I don't like it. Extra rations. So I could afford to do extra rations, which will make my people happier, which in turn... Oh, hello. What's this?
Whoa, I'm getting ahead of myself. Governor.
Not yet. Okay, I'm now being actively encouraged to declare independence. We're not there yet. I want to do military drills. I want to get that rolling first. So we'll bang in another guard tower. So at the moment I've got one up here near my mine, and then I've got my fort right near home base. I've got home base, so I guess over in this corner somewhere would be advisable. Let's guard our fishing dock. Can that go in? Yes. And once that's done, we should be able to complete military drills, which will give me another bit of a bump. I mean, we're at 55% as it is, which is helpful. I feel somewhat secure about my economy, but there is still work to be done. Now, as you can see, I've also recently discovered this area of the map. I sent some of my brave lads and lasses out to go and investigate what they will. What's that? It's an oil deposit. Oh, how terribly exciting. Oh, right, okay, well, I need to get to the point that I can exploit that. having a bit of oil is going to make Americans really like me. They might like me so much that they send, you know, a fleet over to say howdy and just be generally friendly. Are you going to connect up there? Look, it's a road that wants to happen. Really? A road intersection is too close. All right, well, let's try something else then. Can't see the road for the trees. Let's take it out over there, which means that I won't be able to get another plantation in here, but I didn't think I'd be able to do that anyway. No? Alright, well, we'll do that. And in there, I'm going to stick another house or two, I think. It would be nice to have slightly more salubrious housing, but we'll get to it, I'm sure. Equally, I probably ought to cut down some more trees, so I'm going to build one of those at the same time, despite the fact that I'm probably woefully behind on the amount of stuff that needs doing on a building construction front. What do you think? Stick it in there? No, let's do it like that. And finish this road off. Let's take that a bit further. That's it. And then like that. Yes, now you're talking. Okay, good. We're still working on mining profits.
I've come to dislike mining. It is a messy
for extra
process.
revolutionary support. Military drills is again extra revolutionary support. All of these things are positive. Now I've got 11 months left on my charter. I'm not seeing a means whereby I can extend that further. So at some point, very soon, I am going to pull the trigger on independence. I think I'm about ready. We'll find out fairly quickly. Actually, I just wanted to check. Cold War for an oil well. Oh, dreary. A creamery. I make some milk. Hey, let's get that going. That'll make me some more cash. And again, I'm building something without necessarily being ready to do so. Maybe another construction office would be a good idea. That will allow me to create more and faster. But I'm already a little undersubscribed as far as workforce is concerned. But hey, let's get it all going. Right, we're at 56% on the thumbs up. I've got military. I've got 12 grand of revenue waiting at these docks. I've got another 3 waiting at that one. And the reason for having multiple docks, aside from redundancy, I guess, is that it also facilitates multiple pickups of cargo at a time. In fact, I've also got another trade route open. Should have dealt with that sooner. Coffee, no. Cocoa to the West India Company. Yeah, that could fly. I don't do much of any of that. Planks 450 versus cocoa at 600 profit. Right, done. Sold. There we go. Buy my cocoa, by all means. What are we exporting there? 444. And from this one, 932. Yes, cocoa, good call. Okay, now, how's my new guard tower? Right here. There we go. 2 of my elite female militia. Which means I can now issue the Edict of Military Drills for 3,000. Worth it. Let's do it.
The Tropican soldier is brave. I've come to dislike
There we
mining.
go. No, what?
It is a
Now?
messy
No,
process.
okay, right, okay. I got the bump from that. I'm not entirely sure what the bump was exactly. 20 new citizens have turned up. So I'm going to have to start working a lot harder on ensuring that let's up the priority on getting this construction office done. In fact, let's quick build it. There we go. that way I can actually cater for getting people properly housed. Right, 8 months left, and I am still in the positive as far as declaring independence is concerned. A few more houses would go a long way into keeping my people happy, I suspect. Let's have a quick look on housing. Housing is actually neutral. All right, fair enough. Entertainment's dropped off a little. Crime safety's dropped off. Well, I'll build them a police station as soon as I can. No healthcare. Well, I suppose, what am I going to do? Liberty's pretty good. Religion, non-existent. Fine. Fine. I'm confident with this. I would quite like to get the last 2,400 odd mining profits done. Let's have a look. Coal. There's 1,000 in coal. Right, this one. Nothing as yet. So, well, we'll run this down to the wire, I think, and then we'll push the button on revolution, unless we can get another extension. I would like it over 60% in terms of popular support, but when it comes down to it, if I have to make a go for it, I will declare independence. Where are we? Apologies for repeatedly hitting the almanac here. It's turning out to be quite useful to know what's going on. 26 open jobs, 8 people unemployed. Right. Let's avoid making any more jobs available, shall we? Given that nobody's going to fulfill them. Another 1,000 in coal. No, that's the same 1,000 you fool.
His most gracious majesty has dispatched your replacement,
Hey.
but somehow managed to get himself kidnapped by
Okay.
vicious pirates
Good.
along the way.
Right, I've just been given a year's stay of execution, by which time I should be in a far better position. What's going on here? It's not producing. And it's got no one working there. No? Oh, okay. Why aren't you producing? That's interesting. What's the problem? We got fish. What's the problem? What's the effectiveness? Right. Okay. So minus 19 workers. Okay. Minus 22 from... Oh, I see. Minus 19 from the number of workers, so 4 out of 5. Minus 22 for fish in the area. Now, what's going on here? This looks a lot like fish to me. It looks a lot like sharks to me, but... Okay, well, it's topped up on workers again now, at least. That's something. So hopefully we can tip our mining profits into the 10,000 bracket. Are we there? One more load, maybe? Looks like one more load's going to be required. Yeah, what a drag. Yes, what a drag. And then we'll be good to go. Potentially. I mean, the other thing that I could be doing as far as trade is concerned, obviously not at the moment because my ships are tied up, is I can import. I could be importing cocoa at $900 per ton and then exporting it again at $2,100 with a profit of $1,200. Which does lead me to believe, why am I not doing that? Maybe later. Maybe later is the time to fool around with such economic hijinks. For the time being, let's just try and get everything done. I do at least have all my construction personnel employed now. What are we working on here? Creamery. And I want to get some houses up. But I want to get better houses up. These country houses are fine, but what they're not is particularly luxurious. Isn't the word? What am I looking for here? Satisfactory, maybe. I think they're somewhat basic. I mean, even with tenements in the previous iteration of the game, if you provided air conditioning and ensured the maintenance was top notch. You could let's up the cost of running a plantation. I think it will make people much happier. Yeah, even with a tenement, it was very much possible to make for very happy citizens indeed if you provided some extra funding to those buildings. And I'm all about that kind of behaviour. What are we looking at for homelessness at the moment? I've got one unassigned manager. Okay, well I should change that. 12 unemployed, 17 open jobs. Good. Where are we? Unemployed. 11 homeless. That won't do. Everyone in Tropico has a roof over their heads. Where shall we lay up this next section of housing? This would appear to be an area that is going to be underused. Largely because I'm not going to be able to fit much else in here, so I'm going to turn it into a housing estate. There we go. Everybody can go and live there. Actually, I just blew through a hell of a lot of money on that one. And once again, we're down to 11 months before I'm thrown out of office. Although
I
how
can
long
almost
have we got here?
smell the revolution. It smells like victory.
Seriously, you want another fort? I mean, Evita, I'm all on board with your, sense of declaring our independence and forging our own destiny. But 2 forts is that's a lot for a country this size. Don't get me wrong, I'll probably do it, but I'm going to wait until I've got. I'm going to wait until I've got some cash. That's a sensible move. What have we got here? Coal. Have I got any coal on here? Doesn't look like it. I've got 12 grand's worth of trade, which is good. What about this side? Coal. There you go, 984. So the second we get a ship come in to pick up from here, we'll complete our mining objective, which will increase our fervour for declaring independence. At which point I'll have the cash to build another fort. I don't really want to build another fort, but there you go. Now, have we got any more mining opportunities up here, I wonder? It's a nice kind of scenic area on the interior of this cliff. But this, there's a thing to spot. That's a volcano. Okay, let's try not to build too close to it, shall we? Oh, that's gonna cause me trouble. So, basically, place your bets onto
Thanks
when
to your
the...
efforts,
oh, hello there.
The revolutionary movement is growing stronger.
Yeah, we'll take educated citizens. They're very useful to have around. Yes, definitely useful to have around. Now, I suspect my bumping the wage... Which one did I do it on? Because I bumped the wage on one of my... Yeah, there we go. My tobacco plantations. I suspect they will now be somewhat in demand as far as jobs are concerned. People go, no, stuff working at the newspaper. I want to work on a tobacco plantation. And why wouldn't you? Okay, right, let's get this fort up. I'm not
His
going
Majesty's
to stick
Jubilee
it in
is
the,
approaching. Present him with an expensive gift, and he may extend your mandate.
6 months for 10 grand? I don't think so, Charlie. I think we're going to hoist the jolly failure and set our sights on a future more prosperous under self-determination. That's how it's going to be, and you can either get on board or you can get off. Let's go. Give me another fort. Right about here. Right about there. I didn't build that road particularly well now, did I? There we go. Let's give it just a little bit more if I can afford it. Yes, I can. There we go. Okay, smashing. And that is going to wrap it up for this time. So, with a bit of luck, I can get this fort completed inside 6 months, which will give me just a little bit more support from the... actually, this is a good place because it also will act as guardian to the oil that I've discovered there. Yeah, so just a little bit... I can't build anything. Just a little bit more to go, and then Independence Ahoy. I'm pretty confident that as long as I don't, continually spend every penny that comes in on extending beyond the capabilities that I have already, that we'll rapidly get to the point where money is less of an object. Come on there, my valiant workers. Haul that cart for all you're worth. How are we getting on? Well, the work is ongoing. We've got 4 months left. I can declare independence any moment I like. This is all pretty positive, and I suspect that's what I'll do first next time you tune in, just to avoid any disasters. I'll pause it there. Thanks very much for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. Please leave us a like, subscribe if you've not done so already, and I'll be back very soon where I'll come up with my own flag. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.
This